What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 27 of the Yamcast. This is officially the halfway point for a year of Yamcast tomfoolery. Thank you for being here with us. We really do appreciate it. Today we're going to be looking at three pieces of news. One from Honda's new Mega Scoot. Apparently there's more on the horizon there. Fabio Quartararo's tear-off is also in the news as well once again. Maybe it's causing Jack Miller some more nightmares. Let's see. And then we also have some news from Polaris and Zero. Let's get into it.
Cool, so let's dive in right with the Electric Indians.
Sounds like a cool band name.
Yeah, no kidding. The Polaris and Zero signed a 10-year agreement, but motorcycles are not the focus here, which is interesting. So what the story's going into here is talking about how they're working on creating electric side-by-sides and ATVs. And all that stuff.
Oh, you said side-by-sides. I thought you meant electric sidecars.
No.
And I was like, that'd be cool.
The sidecar is still very much the realm of Ural.
Yes.
Which those things are just trash.
They are.
But so this is interesting because it's two motorcycle companies. Although Polaris isn't really a motorcycle company so much as they are just a vehicle company.
Yeah, they're a bit of just like a vehicle conglomerate, right?
Yeah,
they make all kinds of stuff.
If it's got wheels, they probably make one.
Polaris probably makes way more money on their side-by-sides and their ATVs and their golf carts than they do on any of their motorcycle stuff.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
100%.
Are they an American company?
I believe so. Let's do a Google. An American manufacturer of motorcycles, snowmobiles, ATVs, neighborhood electric vehicles.
Neighborhood electric vehicles?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Mobility scooters, probably. But this is interesting because it's two companies. Zero's main focus is these motorcycles that they make. They make their main one is the Zero. It's like the SFR.
SF. I don't know.
It's
we
like
look
a
stupid
naked
now,
bike.
But whatever. Yeah, it's the naked bike. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
They also make the Supermoto one, which is kind of funny.
I've ridden the Supermoto, and it's a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, electric bikes are gonna be the future eventually.
They're super fun to ride, and the technology is getting better all the time.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before they're the thing. They're the new norm, and motorcycles that run on gas are abnormal.
I think about it how, 10 years ago, you never saw any Teslas. Now, at least here in Austin, you'll drive around. I see at least 5 or 6 Teslas just on my way to anywhere.
Yep.
So I think electric bikes might be the same thing.
Yeah. And it's only a matter of time before Polaris actually starts making electric Indians. It's only a matter of time because
Harley's doing it.
Well, Victory, actually. They were one of the first. They made the Victory Impulse. Which was they say it down here. Let's see if I can find it. It was based on the Bramo Impulse motorcycle, which is unique among electric two-wheelers for its 6-speed transmission.
That's interesting.
So yeah, it was a electric motorcycle that you rode like an actual motorcycle, which makes it very unique. Because,
not just a twist and go.
Yeah, electrics are all these twist and go silly things that just deliver a ton of torque right from zero.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting because it's a 10-year partnership. They're not buying out Zero or anything like that. But if I were to guess, I'm thinking that Polaris probably wants to understand a little bit more about Zero's prowess when it comes to building electric vehicles and some of the stuff they've learned how to do over the last 10 years that they've been in business, because I think they've been around for a while, honestly.
Yeah, no, Zero's been making bikes for a while.
Yeah. And I feel like they've never really just like kind of broken out and become mainstream like they thought they would, but they're kind of like an MV Agusta in my opinion. They make a small volume every year, but they have a diehard fan base and some people really, really love them.
The people who own Zeros will tell you that they own a Zero.
They do in the comments all the time.
They never shut up about it, which is fine.
Hey, I never shut up about my sled,
it's
right?
Totally fine to be excited about your bike, but goddamn are y'all some vocal motherfuckers. But this is cool. This is just proof positive that electric motorcycles specifically are here to stay. and they are going to become more popular over time.
The one thing that is super cool to me is seeing their initiatives with children, their initiatives in making two-wheeled electric toys for children.
Yep.
E-bikes. There's a really weird kind of like gray area of bicycle and motorcycle that's happening right now with like little toy e-bikes and just regular e-bikes and e-mountain bikes. That is really, really exciting to me because have you ever ridden an e-bike or yeah, they're really cool, and like they give me a similar joy of being on two wheels that motorcycles do. It's not that different, you know? And there's actually really cool because you can feel more of the environment and hear more of the environment. I'm not really one of those kind of people that's like, oh, I have to have an engine, I'm a purist and this and that. Electrics provide a really interesting experience on two wheels. It's super different. And
actually, going back to your concept of the toys, Indian's actually making an electric FTR children's bike.
I think I saw that. They're
making an EFTR Junior, they're calling it. Which, I mean, the image is a kid doing big dirt skiddies in his backyard.
Which is rad.
Yeah. If I had that when I was a kid, that would have been a ton of fun.
That's basically all I do with the sled right now. You know, like it's that simple joy. I mean, whenever I have children, God willing, that won't be a couple years from now, but, you know, I would love to put them on little two-wheeled vehicles and little electric bikes, you know, like that sounds so fun.
Yeah. But that, I mean, again, this is just proof positive that for all the people who think that electric bikes are a fad, they are not a fad, they're here to stay, and they're only going to get more popular.
Definitely. Yeah, so that's some cool news from Polaris and Zero.
Yeah.
But now we move on to
the Forza Mega Scoot.
The big old Mega Scoot. There's more news about it. We talked about it a few weeks ago.
So the last time we talked about it, it was the teaser trailer, the whole edgy red and black with the angry CBR eyes.
Yeah.
They have actually released information about it. The press kits are out, and it is. The specs on it, the Forza 750 uses Honda's DCT clutchless transmission, which sees smooth and seamless acceleration, although there is an option for using paddle-style gear shifters on the left handlebar. Honda sold over 140,000 DCT machines in Europe since the first appeared in 2010.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going to say like in last year. I was like, no fucking way.
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
This bike uses the NC 750's parallel twin engine, which is a...
Here's the question. Would you rather ride a Forza 750 or an NC 750?
I'd rather ride a Forza 750.
I think I would too. Because at least it's like, I'm on a scooter, you can't talk shit to me, whatever. If you're on the NC, I feel like you're always making excuses a little bit, you know?
Yeah, the NC...
Sorry to all the NC owners out there, but...
The motto of the NC 750 is just nerd.
It's a nerdy bike.
It makes like they claim here 58 bhp somewhere in here.
Like imagine you pull up to like a date night or something. You tell your girl you're like, yeah, I ride a motorcycle. You show up with an NC 750, bro.
Yep.
You're gonna get clowned on. Wearing like high vis yellow, fucking modular helmet.
You gotta be in a modular helmet.
God, that's not cool. You know, that's not cool at all.
No.
Oh man.
But this is a fucking super scoot here. We're talking 58 horsepower, and they're charging. They're expecting it to remain competitive at 4750.
Is that dollars
that's 4750 pounds, so that's the 125 apparently.
The 125 cost 4,700 pounds?
That's what I'm reading here.
That's crazy expensive.
That is
really
bananas.
Oh my god.
It doesn't look like they have a price here, but it does have ignition, locking, fuel filler cap, seat opening, all keyless, TFT dashes, fully smartphone and voice control compatible. So you
can just tell it to do a wheelie and it will. It's a voice command.
For NC 750, do a wheelie.
Do a wheelie.
And then it'll be like, no, sit down. I don't understand the world of super scoots. I have not gleaned any kind of knowledge in the intervening weeks.
I don't either. But they sell and they're popular. I think they're more popular in Europe than they are here for sure. I have never seen a maxi scoot here.
However, what I do see are people on those little like 125, 150 scooters, and they all have like a Del Cavik style exhaust on there. They like people modify scooters like you would modify a motorcycle, and that is strange to me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
I see a lot of people here in Austin riding like little 125 scoots as like genuine forms of transportation.
Yeah.
Like in downtown, I'll see people, just like it looks like they're coming back from like just grocery shopping or something. Like just some woman in like a half helmet. I'm like, she's literally just using a scooter. You know.
And they got the groceries between their legs on the step through.
Yeah.
I mean, scooters are.
Honestly, they're really cool. For like bop around town, like quick jaunts, like it's such a low stakes way to just get around. It's really nice.
They make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They're dorky. They're real dorky.
Pretty dorky, yeah.
But I understand why somebody would buy one. Why somebody would buy a maxi scoot though?
I'm gonna give you a controversial opinion. I think you can get more chicks with the little red Vespa than you could with an NC 750.
Oh, absolutely.
I think no doubt the red Vespa would pull more tail.
Oh, absolute 100% it would. I mean, the red Vespa is so unintimidating that you're like, hey, you want to take it around the block?
Yeah, it's like, do you want to bop around with me, go around town? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
The NC 700 is like, I guess this is a motorcycle, but not really.
Yup.
Oh, God.
Again,
sorry for all the NC owners out there, man, but goddamn.
But this kind of just ties the knot on our jaunt into the maxi scoot universe.
Yeah.
Which this is a strange part of motorcycling.
It really is. As a brief situation, we were bedfellows with the maxi scoot, but I think it's time to put the money on the dresser and head out.
Yep, absolutely. And with that, what better to talk about than GP and Fabio Quartararo's tear-off, which binned Jack Miller's race, is going for £4,250.
Yeah.
4,250 pounds.
At auction, yeah. My favorite part is I guarantee you they just picked up some tear-off off the track and they're like, it's the one that, hit Jack Miller's bike, and some idiot bought it for that much money. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the story, a couple races back, Fabio Quartararo apparently, we saw the video of it. It looked pretty clear, but we don't know if it was his tear-off or someone else's tear-off, right? Like, or do we know it was Fabio's?
It had, because the tear-offs have the little thing on the end
to tell you who it's from?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Fabio Quartararo's tear-off. It fell off in the middle of the track and then ended up in Jack Miller's ram air scoop at the front of his bike and caused his bike to choke out from air, and it couldn't get the power down, and he had to retire from the race. Very controversial.
Retire?
Yeah, he had to pit in and he was done.
Yeah, I don't
he DNF'd on that one, unfortunately. Because he didn't know what was wrong with the bike, so he pitted in, and they were looking around, and they were like, fucking tear off. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me, And literally this last weekend, too, he had a DNF from a bike problem as well, so not going great for Jack Miller. But that is absolutely crazy that someone paid that much money for a tear-off.
Yes.
What are you going to do with that?
Just put it, frame it, I guess.
$4,250.
Yep. That's a lot. You could go buy yourself a motorcycle with that.
You could buy a maxi scoot with that.
You could go buy yourself a maxi scoot. But so Jack Miller actually had a little thing on it. He said, it's great to be able to do this for such a great charity as Two Wheels for Life. Amazing response and bidders. It's great that we can turn such a small piece of plastic into such a great donation.
Yeah. So it's great that they took that money and donated and did like a cool thing out of it.
Yep.
But it's still wild someone wanted to bid that much for it,
An Australian MotoGP fan.
Yeah.
Definitely because Miller's the Australian rider,
yep.
like the big one right now. And obviously you gotta get something from the hometown hero's bike.
Yeah.
If only it's the thing that caused him to not finish another race.
Yeah. It's cool how Aussies have pretty much always had, I think, one guy on the grid, and normally they've done pretty well for themselves. Mick Doohan back in the 90s, Casey Stoner in the mid-2000s. Now, Jack Miller's definitely flying the flag. He's not as successful as Casey Stoner, but...
he needs to be able to finish a freaking race.
I know, yeah. Yeah, poor Jack. He's going factory next year, so we'll see what he does. But... yeah, it was crazy last race just watching, Quartararo and Mir, first and second in the championship, dicing out for 9th and 10th place. What is 2020 GP?
That
dude?
was rough to watch, man.
We got it this Sunday again, baby.
Absolutely.
So excited to see what's going to happen in Aragon.
I still put Mir's failure this weekend at the feet of Rossi.
Yeah.
Rossi took him out in the first lap, basically.
Poor Rossi. I was like, what are you doing? This is the third crash in a row, man. Come on. Just get that 200th podium, please. Please. Come on. I've pretty much just consigned myself to the fact that he's never going to get a 10-time champion. He's never going to get another win, I don't think, unless something radically goes wrong with a couple riders, and he happens to be in second or third place.
Dude, he was in second place and binned himself in that it was the first chicane of which track was that? It was the first right left on the I forget which track it was, but that was rough to watch. That was really rough to watch.
I think Rins crashing out last weekend was even more rough.
That guy had such a good race. He was doing so goddamn well, and he just couldn't seal the deal. It was painful.
He's done it a couple times. Do you remember? I don't remember which GP it was because 2020 GP's been fucking nuts, but he was passing for first place, and he got first place and then immediately crashed.
Yes.
I was like, Rins, what are you doing, bud? Like, fuck, dude. Because I find myself rooting for the Suzuki boys, being a Hayabusa owner myself, but I don't know, I just want the Suzuki boys to do well. You know, I feel like they've always been the whipping boys of GP, and I want them to produce results.
But the thing is they're so close to producing real, like, quantifiable results.
The bike is there. It's really close.
They do so well in the back half of the race. They find their rhythm, and the bike just works so well on spent tires.
The Suzuki setup is perfect on spent tires. Imagine telling a team of engineers, you're like, we want this bike to work well when the tires are fucked. And they're like, I don't know how the fuck we're going to make that work. Somehow they built a bike that does that. The other one that I always want to talk about is Vinales. Like, God.
That dude is so great in qualifying, and then he just can never seal the deal on a weekend.
What? No, sometimes he wins. Like, he won the other race the other weekend.
Yeah, it was really weird to watch.
We talk about, like, inconsistency. People are like, oh, Fabio Quartararo is so inconsistent. I'm like, where the fuck is Vinales? Like, Vinales literally either finishes or places 18th, right? Got demolished by Alex Marquez this last weekend, which, where the fuck did that come from, right?
He marched from 18th to 2nd.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
There was a post that MotoGP made on Instagram that I wanted to share with somebody because I was like, this is not really right. What they did was they put on the top half of the screen Marc Marquez's first podium and Alex Marquez's first podium. And they're like, wow, this is so amazing. These two brothers getting podiums. And people are like, that was Marc Marquez's first race ever in GP in Qatar in 2013 where he got second place. Alex Marquez is not Marc Marquez. You can't even make that comparison.
No,
you cannot even.
It's got to be really hard for him.
It must
to just live in that shadow.
Always living in his shadows. Always.
Yeah.
Always. It must be just crazy pressure.
I also love the rumors that have just been swirling around Marquez coming back for the rest of the season.
Because you were saying you thought he was going to come back for next weekend's
race? That's what the announcers were
Aragon?
saying. They were like, there's rumblings that he might be back in the pits next weekend.
If he's back in the pits, he'd do well to not put his leathers on and just be there as spectator.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has nothing to prove.
Nope.
Nothing to prove at all. He should come back strong next year, win the championship, do it right, spend the time, recover correctly, because he already fucked himself by not recovering correctly earlier this year.
Yep.
Right? Marc Marquez. It literally has the potential to be the greatest of all time.
Absolutely.
Possibly the most talented human to ever straddle a two-wheeled machine.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't get out of his own way sometimes.
Nope. So he's got to just high-side himself into oblivion.
What a high side.
Yeah.
What a high side. Holy moly. A lot of people were talking about how because the GP riders had this weird season, they didn't get to mentally acclimate to being back on a bike and all this stuff. A lot of sports psychologists were talking about how that's why we're seeing all these inconsistencies and irregularities, especially Marquez for that first race where it's just like, what the fuck is going on? And then everybody in this other race. I mean, we've had 7 different winners this season.
There were like 15 different people on podiums.
15 different podiums and 7 different winners in 9 races.
Yeah.
I think that's unprecedented, if I remember correctly. I don't think that's ever happened. Because you look at all the other seasons GP, it was like, Lorenzo, Pedrosa, Rossi, Marquez, just these kind of same names over and over again. 2020's just blown that out of the water.
Yep. And I think it's done a lot of good for people who are like riding Suzukis. The Suzuki boys have definitely benefited from all this because now they're household names. Yeah, they're up there. They're up there with Marquez. They're up there with Rossi. Yeah, because they're doing so well. Yeah, it's made it really cool to watch because you don't just see the same names every weekend.
And that's the other thing too is, for I'd say 2017, 18, 19, you didn't watch GP during that time, right?
No, I watched the races coming into Austin, and then I watched Austin, and then I stopped.
Yeah, because the thing was back then, I didn't consistently watch, mostly because it was the Marc Marquez show. And it was like, all right, Marquez is going to win, and maybe we'll see some cool battles for second or third. 2020 GP has been the most exciting motorsport I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, absolutely.
You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen on a given weekend. Like watching this race, I was like, Alex Marquez just got second place. I was like, Petrucci won, right? Like, what the fuck is going on? It's awesome. So if you guys aren't watching GP, you're massively missing out, and highly recommend you check it out. But without further ado, let's jump into the call-in section of our podcast.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, guys, this is now the call-in portion of our podcast. This is where our Discord members call us in on a Google Voice number, and we chat with them, and we do a bunch of cool stuff, answer their questions. If you want the chance to chat with us and hang out with us and watch this live, go down to yammienoob.co, become a member today. It is pretty awesome. Discord server is lit. There's like 335 people just online right now, but there's like 3,100 people total. Always people on there asking questions, hanging out, answering stuff. I'm on there. Spite's on there too if you want to ask us stuff. So without further ado, hit that question or phone number. That's what I meant to say. I almost had it.
Almost had it.
Tripped at the finish line. All right. Hey there, Parker. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hey, so I got to do it too. Why you guys got to be disrespecting the Scoot boys?
Well, look, man, if you're choosing a Scoot, I got to disrespect you. You could be on a motorcycle. I don't know why you're on Scoots. Got to hit you like that. I'm sorry. Are you a Scoot boy yourself?
Well, I mean, I have a deep passion for two-stroke scooters. I got my own motorcycle, but goddamn, I mean, like, you gotta, like, at least have a little bit of heart when it comes to a tiny little Peugeot moped. It's V8. Come on.
All right, here's the thing.
You gotta have some kind of soft spot in your heart.
The little, what I do like for, like, in the pits or around town are the little Aprilia two-stroke scooters. Those are rad. I'll give it to you. Those are awesome. I really, really like those. Spite, how do you feel? Tell them how you feel about Scoots.
I would never be caught dead on one, but
I don't think it would move if you were on one.
Probably not.
You have to waddle.
Yep, I'd need to push it. But the scoots are fine. They're fine, and the reason I make fun of them is because there's better options. You can. It's like getting a Camry or a Corolla.
Do you think we can make good content if we had a shop scooter?
Probably yes, absolutely. We'd fucking ADV it. We'd just
we would take it on trails and stuff.
Please, yes.
I think we should get a shop scoot.
Sure.
Yeah.
We should get like a shitty ruckus.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy like a little shop scoot. All right, caller Parker, you've done this to me. I'm gonna get a shop scoot.
Please make sure that it's chopper two-stroke.
Awesome, will do.
Definitely, thank you.
Thanks for holding it down for Scoots. See you later. Or Bob is diagnosing that K1200. Is he smoking a cigarette?
Or is the bike itself just smoking?
The bike is smoking.
That's a great sign.
Yeah. He just turned it off. He's like, well.
That's tomorrow's problem.
Yeah. He's like, it's 6:30. I'm not dealing with this.
We could get like a little ruckus. We could stretch it.
Did you see that BMW is a single-sided swing arm?
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm. It's got a really interesting looking rim, too.
Yeah. Motorbike Mike, welcome to the Yamcast. How's it going?
Oh, it's going okay. So I have a question, and there's two good answers, but I would like you guys to weigh in on it.
Okay.
So I had an Oopsie Daisies with Pearl, my C50. She's not total, but she's kind of rough for wear.
Uh-huh.
And so my question is whether to because it's like a $2,500 bike, it's really cheap. My question is to kind of whether to get it totaled out or just kind of turn into a project bike and then just save up for a new one.
How messed up is it?
Well, it's mostly plastics. someone cut me off at an off ramp, and I slid it in. It rolled once, but it seemed okay. I drove it home like 30 minutes without a front brake because the brake line broke. But I think it's functional.
Okay. Well, it depends on what you'd like to do with motorcycling. Is this your only bike?
Currently my only bike. My idea is to bob it. There's actually quite a few bobber kits for the C50 floating around online, so I thought that might be an option for me to do.
Yeah, I think I'm always up for a project bike, especially if it's one you've owned in the past and you know it runs right. A lot of people do that with bikes that they've crashed. It kind of becomes like track bikes or project bikes, and it's a more fun way to keep them around instead of just like selling them or totaling them out. But just keep in mind, as it becomes more and more project, it'll probably spend more and more time in the garage and you'll probably ride it less and less. So I would say definitely get another ride that is your kind of dependable daily mule sort of thing, and then keep the C50 as the little project bike sort of thing. That's what I would do. I think a bobber C50 would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, because the riding season's kind of coming to an end. I live over in Maryland, so it's, well, not that I'm too afraid of rain, but like it gets pretty cold.
Yeah.
So I figured it's something to work on during the off season, and hopefully it can be rideable by February, March timeframe.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lot of work. Don't kid yourself. But if you're willing to put the time in, that's the big thing. It's a lot of projects that you see pop up on Craigslist are people who started out with the best of intentions and then were like, I have bitten off more than I can chew here. Mm-hmm. So. Oh yeah, I've seen a fair share of half-finished project bikes on Craigslist that people are trying to get rid of. But thanks for your guys' input. I think it really helped me make my own decision because I was kind of on the fence with it as well.
Yeah, we're excited to see what you do with it either way. So let us know.
Of course. Thanks for your guys' input.
All right, later, man. It occurs to me that other than Hentai Hornet, I've never had a project bike, and I think that was enough project bike for a lifetime. Yeah, I'm kind of done with it too after my DRZ. Yeah. It's I think a project bike is something that you think about a lot and romanticize, and then once you start doing it, you're like, oh my God. Yeah. This is not fun. Yeah. Hey there, you are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hey, Yam, how you doing?
Good. What can we do for you?
So I have a question and a challenge kind of all rolled into one.
Okay.
If you're willing to play ball.
Sure.
Okay, so recently I was kind of binging a little bit on Brian Fortnine's videos, and I saw one that intrigued me. Have either of you ever, and this might actually coincide with what the previous caller said, have you ever considered doing a head-to-head between you two, just going and doing basically like a crap post video of you two going in and essentially building like a motorized bicycle, and then you two go into like, I don't know, maybe a parking lot or something, and just ripping them around and seeing who could be fastest on like a mongoose or something like that. Like it's just like a cheap little BikeBerry engine kit, like $150, then just kind of go around and see what you can do with it, just for shits and giggles.
I've never thought of doing that before, but I don't really know if it would fit into what I'm trying to do right now, but I've seen some of those motorized bicycle kits, and they do intrigue me a little bit, but Spy, what do you think about those?
I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. We will build the motorcycles, or motorized bicycles. We'll get them out wherever we're going to do the challenges, and then Yam, being like, I don't know, 70 pounds lighter than me, will win every single one of them.
Yeah, probably without trying much.
Yep. It's really hard for us to do like equivalent bike stuff. Yeah. Where speed is even remotely involved.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super tough. I mean, we've seen
that. The challenges that I had in mind weren't really about something like speed or something like that. Just kind of, who can deal with the hard seat that you're sitting on the longest, or I don't know, just how long each one lasts, or if someone breaks down in kind of having to fix it on the side of the road. Because I went and built one for like $400. Went and got a bicycle at Walmart, and then got a like $200 kit. And for what it's worth, for any sort of traveling that I'm doing less than 2 or 3 miles, I just take that thing because, I mean, one, it's enjoyable, and I mean, when you really get down to it, it's the basic bare bones of motorcycling. It's a motorcycle and a bicycle frame, which is kind of where it started.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's also fun because they sell a banana pipe that's obviously stupid loud. So of course, being me, I had to go for that one. I don't know. It's just an idea that I thought might be interesting for like a quick little spin-off that doesn't really set you guys back. And who knows? You might find it fun.
I've been meaning to build one of those because I do think it would be a lot of fun to put together.
Yeah. I think it'd serve you well in the neighborhood you live in, too.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem like a good, just cheap source of goofing off.
Yeah.
I think it could be a lot of fun. And I would like to, I'd set it up and take it out to, like, Hidden Falls and beat the absolute crap out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be fun. Yeah, we'll think about it.
All right. That's really all I wanted, just to put the idea out there, see what you thought about it.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. I think a lot of people have asked us to do like sort of head-to-head stuff or challenges stuff, or we both buy a bike and do something with it. I want to do stuff like that, but it's so tough with the giveaways kind of always happening and doing stuff with the giveaways because those always kind of take precedent, and they're it's a big thing with the giveaway bikes, so it's hard to find time sometimes.
Yeah, time is the scarcest commodity here.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to do it right now. But I mean, maybe in the lull between this series and the next series, once you've given away all the current round of bikes, maybe just like a week or two, like in that lull between this round and the next round, just go out, do it, have your fun, and then go make your money's worth by selling it off to someone who wants it.
Yeah, could be. Well, we'll keep you posted, obviously, if we do check it out and do a motorized bicycle.
All right. You two take care. Have a good night. All
right. Later, man. Yeah, people really want us to do some sort of challenge. But yeah, to your point, if we do anything low displacement, like I just weigh so much less.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could try as hard as you want. Mm-hmm. It's not going to matter.
Even if we try to do like a hill climb thing.
It won't matter. Yeah.
It's weight is the biggest thing. I'd need to like lose even if I lost 20 pounds and got down to my ideal 220.
I'm still 50 pounds lighter than you.
You're still 50 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
Even if I went down to 200, you're still 30 pounds lighter than me.
For little bikes like that and small displacement stuff, that makes a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really hard to to make whatever situation we're in equivalent.
Yeah.
We did the Grom thing, and you were obviously riding a lot faster than I was.
Yeah.
But even if I was going at your pace, I wouldn't have been able to keep up.
Yeah, I was going 10/10 with the Grom.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there, you are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hey, Yammie Noob, this is awesome. I didn't think I'd get through.
Someone always does.
I'm still pretty new to the whole Discord and the whole podcast thing. I might not be the most technologically advanced individual, but it's pretty cool what you guys got set up. I appreciate all of it.
You're here and you're doing it and it's happening. So what can we do for you?
So you may have answered this, and I guess it goes as far as the technologically advanced stuff, but you ever think about doing an electric bike in the giveaway?
Man, that would be really cool. I have definitely thought about that. The one thing that's precluded me from doing it in the past is some of them do happen to be a little bit more expensive. And so for us to do an electric bike, it would probably have to end up being an expert bike giveaway or one of the new intermediate bike giveaway things I want to start up, because there's not really a good beginner electric bike, I don't think. Right, Spy? Can you think of any beginner electric bikes?
They can limit them a little bit, but they're all
torquey as fuck, right?
It's how an electric motor, it is an electric motor, makes its power. It's instant and it's all there. And you can limit it with computers and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not really like they're not beginner appropriate.
Yeah, so we'd have to do it as an expert bike. And then the one thing that's always held me back from doing as an expert bike giveaway is they're a little niche, I think like something like an R1 has a lot more of an appeal than something like an Energica or a Zero, but they're really cool. I've ridden a lot of them a ton. Do you have one yourself? Is that why you ask?
Yeah, you guys were saying they were the future and everything, so I thought maybe you could help us get there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Maybe we could get one on Twisted Road and do a comparison or something, or talk about it.
There's that live wire in LA, man.
There is the live wire, man. I've been wanting to get out there to LA to do the live wire ride.
I want to ride a live wire so bad.
It's a bummer that airplanes aren't a thing right now, and to drive to LA is like 26 hours from Austin.
Yep.
I'm not doing that. But yeah, maybe someday we'll feature electric bikes on the channel. I definitely want to do that.
That's cool. And one more question. I mean, you guys have us tell us, to start with the beginner bike and everything, and I did that, and I'm very thankful for starting out on a underpowered machine to teach me all the basics.
Yes.
Everything you guys said was completely true and awesome. But like you said, I'm also already looking at the future bike, and on the CB 5, or was it 650? Yeah, 650. Sorry, the 650 CBR, and the Trident, the new Trident that you guys were talking about. Those look like some pretty sweet options, but they're outside the box. I mean, think they're really worth saving up for?
Man, I'd say so. The CB650 is a really rad bike. What do you ride right now?
I got the little baby version. I got the CB300R.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's going to
It's
feel
a lot
really
heavier and torquier than I expected that little thing to be. Everyone said it was so underpowered, but I just after I got it, I pulled one of the accidental mega dank neuters and almost looped it right in the middle of a intersection, and I can't believe I got that wheel back down.
What is up with some of our members doing these accidental dank canooners? Are they truly accidental is my question. The CB650 is a really cool bike. That's a bike you can keep for a while and really learn and grow with and really appreciate. I think it makes a really healthy amount of power. I really like the one we had. But I do think if you save up a little bit, because the CB650 is a little expensive for what it is, in my opinion. If you spend just a little bit more, like $800 more, you can get a Triumph Street Triple, which is a lot more bike, in my opinion, a lot better bike, adjustable suspension, TFT dash, better brakes, better suspension, all that stuff. So I would say look more in the middleweight naked category beyond the CB650. So Triumph Street Triple, KTM 790, 890. You can think of any spot? MT09?
Yeah, I mean, you basically hit the nail on the head there. I think obviously my tendency would be a KTM because I'm all about that right now.
They're pretty cool.
But there's a ton of options out there in the middleweight category. It's gigantic. It's one of the biggest segments we have. And it's not just, sport bikes. It's people like KTM taking these sport bike engines and putting them in ADV bikes too.
Yeah.
That are capable of doing highway cruising and off-road shenanigans.
Yeah, so I would say before you ever get ready to pull the trigger on any bike, just go and sit on all of them, go and ride all of them, really get it, because they're all really different too. Mm-hmm. Street Triple is so different from CB650, is super different from KTM 790. So check them all out, because you're spoiled for choice for your next bike for sure.
Yeah, that Trident doesn't come out till supposedly next year, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't wait on that.
Time to wait.
Yeah, no, I would definitely get a new bike before then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I love the whole naked bike style. In fact, I hate the fact that it became so trendy and popular, and everyone thinks I'm a bandwagon guy. But it's a sad truth.
Well, cool, man. Let us know whenever you do upgrade, because it always is fun hearing that experience about the people upgrading. It's going to feel like a goddamn rocket ship compared to your CB300, so get ready for that, because it's a ton of fun. Those middleweight nakeds are no joke.
Yeah, definitely don't want to actually loop anything.
Yeah, you'll definitely be doing some accidental wheelies on those bikes, that's for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
Yep, take care. Be safe.
I mean, there's almost too many options, honestly. There's so many bikes in that category. And it's only getting more. There's only more coming in. The RS660's coming in. Mm-hmm. This Trident's coming in. The Street Triple. It's just getting more and more segments. It's like they're segmenting about increments of 10 horsepower, Yeah. It's crazy. Hey there, Logan. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. What can we do for you?
This is a very curious question I have here. what is the coldest weather you have either ridden in, or how cold would you be willing to go, given like the proper setup?
I've been asked this one before. The coldest weather I've ever ridden in was probably about 31 or 30 degrees out in Dallas a few years back. And I did it just to see what it would feel like, and it was miserable. I hated riding in the super cold. So nowadays, I'm honestly like, I've become a bit of a cliche because I'm such a fair weather rider nowadays. I really don't leave the house on my bike if it's not above 60 degrees and sunny and nice out, because I just wait for another day for it to be nicer. Spite, what's the coldest you've ridden?
Well, it depends. Do we consider snowmobiling riding?
No, we do not.
Okay, because in that
No.
case, because I went snowmobiling and it was like 0 or damn close to 0.
Yeah.
But I'll ride all year long. So whatever the coldest it has gotten here in the last 4 or 5 years, I've probably ridden in.
Yeah.
So say 30s, 20s. The thing that helped me get through it last winter was heated grips on my VFR.
Big difference.
That was awesome.
The hands are so important when it's cold, man, because they're the first things that get frozen and stiff, and then you just can't control the bike.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Absolutely. So I'm definitely getting some for my Supermoto. Definitely. I might have gotten rid of the dad bike, but I still got a little bit of it in me.
I just need new gloves, because if I wear my like super thin 100% gloves,
Oh, dude, you're going to
I'm
freeze your
gonna
fingers
die.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the main reason why I'm asking is because I'm still waiting for a video to pop up where it's the timber sled modification on the desert sled. I'm still waiting for that because I think you just piss off every Ducatista around just doing that. Even just joking about it.
let me think I don't know if I've done 10 mods to that bike. I've done a tail tidy, I've done the exhaust, the hand guards, the mirrors are stock, so that's 3. I've done an adjustable shift lever, couple ergonomics mods, but those are stock. I just move stuff around on the bike, and that's it.
I think he was talking about the timber sled.
I was always said desert sled.
Yeah, the timber
sorry.
sled is when they take the snow track off a snowmobile and put it on a motorcycle.
Oh,
and they
I've
put
seen
the little
those.
skis on the front end.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Sorry, I heard sled in my mind, just defaulted to my own bike. I'm so sorry about that. I've never been snowmobiling before. Is it? What's that like, Spike?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's all about kicking the ass end of the snowmobile out so you can turn it more effectively. So it's all about sliding around.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
A lot of leaning in a snowmobile.
But
I never thought.
But I have ridden dirt bike in the snow, and that's actually kind of how I wrecked the first gear and then twisted the output shaft on my 125.
Ouch.
Chain fell
Whoops.
off going up a hill, and let's just say wide open throttle. The transmission does not like that at all. Not one bit.
Damn. And here I thought dirt bikes are just indestructible. I guess not.
Oh no. If you're in first gear, especially on some of them lower, the real torquey ones, they will absolutely just shred the teeth off. Even
Yeah.
if it's brand new, and you just change the transmission fluid as well.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. I appreciate you calling, and then maybe we'll make a winter video or something about how to get good, winter riding in while the season's still reasonably cold but not too cold. So appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks.
All right, later. Hey there, Keegan. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. What can we do for you?
Well, I just had a few questions about a good upgrade, because right now I have a R3, had
Nice.
it for about a year now, and definitely looking for that middleweight, like 600, like size sport bike.
Uh-huh.
What would you guys think is like the best upgrade from there?
Well, let me ask you this. What kind of riding do you want to do?
Mainly just on the street.
Okay.
Fun weekends, stuff like that. Just
What kind of
open on the throttle.
What kind of bikes do you like? When I ask you what you think of a sport bike, what comes to your mind?
A sport bike, I really like Gixxers.
Nice.
I'm silly, but I don't know. Just such a cool bike. Always been around them.
Yeah. Well, if you want to do a lot of street and you like Gixxers, Suzuki will happily sell you a GSX S750 that could be a really cool option for you. That's a 750cc four-cylinder they've been making since fucking 2012 or something.
They've been making it a long time.
Making it a long time. It's derived on the K5, I believe, but it's like a small version of the K5. So super reliable, really well priced too. I think it's well under 10 grand, which is pretty awesome. And if you don't mind, it looks a little bit older and it doesn't have all the super fancy tech that some of the other middleweights have. I think that's the bike to get, honestly, because if you're going to do a lot of street stuff, it's comfortable to ride. It makes an awesome sound. The 750 absolutely rips. I think it makes like 120 horsepower. That'd be my choice. Spite, what do you think?
My brain automatically jumps right to XSR 700.
That is a good bike too.
I love the XSR 700 so much. It was one of the most impactful motorcycles that I rode all year long.
You really enjoyed it, yeah.
Yeah. It was a very special motorcycle. It's not a proper sport bike though. If I was gonna go run out and buy myself a proper street sport bike, there really kind of isn't one for me, right? Because I don't like
step
being
outside of
hunched.
your shoes, right?
Yeah, I don't like being hunched over. But if I was gonna go buy one, I'd probably end up with like a ZX6 or maybe a Gixxer 600, just because.
Oh, you get like a proper 600. You wouldn't even go like naked or more upright.
No,
you'd go all in.
If I was wanting a sport bike and I wanted something 600-y, I'd definitely go for one of those two.
I'd go for the ZX6 as well if I was going to go for a 600, mostly because it's a little bit more comfortable than an R6. It has an extra bit of cube, so it's got good mid-range, and it makes a classic, 600 sound. It revs to the moon, and it's awesome.
And it's cheap.
It's super cheap. It's under 10 grand.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what we think.
And what do you guys think? What's the really big difference between the 600 and the 750 for the Gixxer?
Middle range grunt. The 750 is going to poke really hard in the mid range as opposed to 600. 600, you got to wind it out a little bit, and you're going to get that top end power and that kind of big rush. But the 750 is going to punch really hard from the get go.
All right, that's definitely appealing.
Yeah, the 750 is a cool bike. People kind of sleep on them, but they're still really awesome. And they're really cheap. I want to say the Gixxer 750 is like $8,700.
Yeah, it's dirt cheap for what it is.
It's dirt fucking cheap, honestly. For a brand new 750, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think the best generation is though? Because I was looking at some of the 2007, I think it was 2007, 2008.
Ooh, if you're doing 2007,
really
buy yourself a 919.
That's a pretty good bike, yeah. The 919 is pretty sick. Yeah, that's a really special motorcycle. But I mean, shit, I would say any Gixxer 750 from 2012 on would be fine. I don't remember when they started making that bike.
I think they've kind of always had the Gixxer line.
Yeah.
At least in the modern era.
I would say anything over a 2010, you'll be fine. Probably. But the newer the better,
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking my questions.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let us know if you succumb to that Gixxer life on the Discord.
I will.
All right, later. Alrighty, guys, that's going to wrap up our call-in section of our podcast. Let us move on to the contest of the week.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, guys, if you are joining in on the audio portion of our podcast, head over to YouTube and check out the audio-visual component of this contest, as it will get the most value out of it. Spite, let's jump in.
Let's do it. So this week we pitted our boys against each other with the Hayabusa man versus the Busa boy.
I love this one.
This is one that we discovered recently. The schism between Hayabusa man and Busa boy.
That we are featuring in a video coming up later this week.
Yep.
By the time this goes out, of the schism, this new Busa specimen, the Hayabusa man.
That will have come out yesterday at this point, because that is the Monday video.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, because we didn't. You're right. That's right. We skipped that one. So yeah, we have this new squid species, the Hayabusa man. Presentable, subtle, sophisticated, just loves a Busa. Has a stock exhaust.
The Busa man.
Busa man.
Hayabusa man.
I have seen a couple of them in person.
Oh, absolutely.
There was one that drove by here one time, and I was like, there he goes,
He's just out on his Hayabusa.
He's just
in
having
full gear. He's just riding around like a normal person.
Riding around a stock Gen 2 Busa. You can't do that. But apparently they can. So this week we asked for them to submit the funniest memes, either simping for Hayabusa man or the classic Busa boy.
And this is the first week of our head-to-heads where we've had exactly 5 on each side.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
As all things should be. So let's dive in with our first entry from AG Silence.
So he says, everybody, hitting kids is wrong. Me, agreed. Also me. Unless, and then just an absolute smorgasbord of wretched boosas. What I like about this one is that they, like, the first one's just like little stretch, little chrome. And by the time you get to the end of one, it's like, Busa Quad.
That's a lot of chrome. That's chrome from head to butt right there.
That is true, but look at the last one. You're talking Busa Quad.
That is 4-wheel Hayabusa right there.
I love the one on the bottom left as well. That's like Can-Am Busa almost.
This one pops up all the time.
Yeah,
I love this photo.
There's that one in the middle, the 3-wheeled Busa that's staggered like the God. I just can't believe some of these are real, dude.
This like mega tractor wheel Hayabusa here with the 2 wheels.
Oh God,
people do some stupid shit to Hayabusas.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a Hayabusa man post, just dogging on the Busa boys. So in terms of effectiveness there,
1, 2, 3, right?
1, 2, 3.
I'd say a 2. It was strongly effective.
Now for quality.
Well, we have a basic image macro format here. Pretty funny. I'd say a 6.
A 6. Agreed.
Yeah.
And then for funniness,
I'd say it's pretty funny. How about a 5 or a 6? What do you think?
I think a 6.
How about a 6? Yeah.
A little bit better than our middle of the road, where again 5 is is the tip of the bell. So next one comes to us from Fort Worth Fred, and it's a Busa boy.
Oh, we love that. So this is perfect. It's the Virgin and Chad meme format. I love this one. So we have the Virgin Hayabusa rider. It says, never pushed it beyond a 4th throttle. Stock everything. Busa? No, it's a Hayabusa. At Gat Champion bought a Hayabusa for the pedigree. Ride safely and within their limits 24/7. Bike kept on battery tender garage for half of the year. What's funny about that setup right there of the Virgin Hayabusa rider, between the helmet, the boots, and the jacket and the pants, that's pretty much my street setup when I'm not on the sled.
Yep.
Just the Dainese, the white Arai, big boots. Those are the same boots. I think you wear those boots too, right?
Yep,
the SMXs?
those are the SMXs right there.
There's a bunch of Virgins. Well, too bad.
Oh well.
Now we have the Chad Busa boy on the other side. It says 60 to 100 highway pulls on the commute every day. Doesn't even wear a helmet.
Doesn't even own a helmet.
Stretch swing arm at a minimum. What does that one say underneath it?
Stereo to rival the HDs down the street.
Bought a Busa for the street cred. Actual neon lights. None of that Gen Z LED stuff. Skilled enough to, what is that?
Text and ride.
Every time he says Busa, everyone in the
bar can hear it.
The bar can hear it.
Quarter mile time, I only race street.
Yep, and it says commonly found in the, what is that?
In and out parking lot, scoping out other motorcycle prey.
Yes, and then rides every single day. Miraculously never has accidents. And this is just stretched Busa.
That is one thing that I don't think I have seen is just wadded up Busa boy Busa.
Honestly, it's true. Maybe they really know how to ride, and we're just a bunch of virgins.
Yeah, I guess. So effectiveness here for this first Busa boy meme.
I'd say this was pretty powerful. Lots of arguments were made here of why the Busa boy was more powerful than the Hayabusa man. I think it's a 3 for effectiveness. It's made a strong case.
Busa boy's coming out strong. Quality.
I think it's a solid 7.5.
Agreed.
It's a tried and true meme format, but a lot of effort went into it, a lot of thought. I love the quip about the Gen Z LEDs and the old school neon.
Yup. How about our funniness?
Got a good chuckle out of me. I'd think a 7.
7. 14.5 current leader. Next one comes to us from Just Playin', and it is another Hayabusa man meme.
So it says, being a Busa boy is like joining the dark side. The force is strong with this one. And we have a photo of a absolute wretched Busa boy right there. No gear.
He's in a t-shirt, shorts, Vans,
yep.
No helmet.
And got a little stretch going.
Yep.
This is like a level 3 or 4 Busa boy. He's not full on. He's not evolving yet to true Busa boy status, but yeah.
He's getting there.
He's getting there.
Effectiveness.
So is this pro Busa boy or anti Busa boy? So
I think
because he's saying joining. What does it say again?
He's joining the dark side.
Being a Busa boy is like joining the dark side. So he's simping for the Hayabusa man.
Yes.
I think it's a 1 for effectiveness, personally.
Agreed.
You know.
I think they could have done a little bit more to like maybe just find a more atrocious Hayabusa, because there are a ton of them out there.
There's a lot. Yeah, just Google Busa and you will find them.
Yep. So how about quality here? I think this one's a little bit lower, like a 4.
I think a 4 is fair for quality. Yeah.
And funniness.
I didn't really chuckle at all at it, honestly. It wasn't very funny. How about a 5?
A 5.
Middle of the road.
Felt more like just point of fact.
Just saying it, you know?
Yeah. Next one for the Hayabusa men comes from Synapsion. I'm not sure if I'm saying that one right.
Is that a new user, maybe?
Yes, it is.
So this is quite nice. We have a whole image macro here, kind of looks like very high quality Photoshop with the text and stuff. Mm-hmm. So Hayabusa man has curves, and the Busa boy curves. So let's think this through.
There's a lot of wrong curves on that Busa boy Busa right there.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Look at how big that rear tire is. Oh my God.
It's insane. Yeah.
That is like a 340 or something like that.
Easily. Like a Viper car tire or something.
Yeah. It almost looks like it's like I'm just imagining this with color, and I just see like slashes or alien green and yellow on it.
Yeah.
Thank God it's in black and white.
Thank God we don't have to know what it's actually like. You know?
Just unicorn vomit.
So this is basically saying the Hayabusa man is much more sophisticated, right? He gets the ladies. He's this cool guy in front of his Hayabusa. Keeps it stock, keeps it subtle, keeps it cool, and the Busa boy is that kind of wretched Instagram photo, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Agreed. I think that's probably like a 2 for effectiveness.
I think a 1.5.
A 1.5.
Yeah.
Quality
was interesting here because it's almost like an old school like postcard format, and I noticed the text is like a little done up more. So I think a 6.
A 6. How about funniness?
I want to say a 4. Yeah, it wasn't really that funny. I didn't really get much out of it.
So that's 10 for Synapsion. Next, here we go. German A2 boy at it again this week.
He provided us with a video.
He has provided us with a video.
Suzuki Hayabusa.
Woo wee! It's a dank neuter on that Busa.
That dude almost looped it.
Whoops. Isn't it funny how I swear I think I could listen to a Busa and know it's a Busa.
Oh yeah.
They have such a distinct sound because they don't rev as high as a 600, and they have that weird kind of nasally, like kind of barky kind of sound to them,
It's a very unique sound that the Hayabusa has.
Yeah.
So rating that for effectiveness, those were all Busa boy Busas doing their Busa boy Busa stuff.
Truly.
So effectiveness, I'm thinking...
I think a 2.
A 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Quality.
So it was high quality, but we've seen this exact format before from A2 Boy.
We have.
So I have to dock him for that, for a repeat meme. We've never seen that before, but he has repeated the meme. So what do we think?
Well, last time we loved it so much that it ended up on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I think this time we bring it back a little bit. That might have been like a 10 from us.
Yeah.
So I think this time it might be like a 7.
Yeah, a 7. I think that's fair.
Funny though. It was still funny.
Still funny. Still very funny. I think an 8.
An 8. Which puts him at 15, just in front. Next one comes to us from Rusty Ranger. We got to make that one big so we can read it again.
Here we go. So we got Busa men. Get married, raise their children, respect and treat their Busa like a queen, are content with Busa companionship, earns his respect, owns their responsibilities, produce strategies for their success, seeks to find a Busa they can take care of. It's a responsible Busa man. As opposed to the Busa boys, they play house, make babies, disrespect and beat their Busa. Only desires to have sex. Seeks
With
to
a
be,
Z.
Yeah, seeks to be popular, cast blame, create excuses for their failures, always looking for a Busa to take care of them. I feel like this is a format from like some sort of like self-help dating guide or something.
Yeah,
so that's
it has to be.
That's kind of funny.
I also...
I just love disrespects and beat their Busa. Oh no, it's the FedEx Busa again.
The FedEx boy Busa.
Oh God. I'm just gonna let you guys know right now on stream. Everyone, whoever's watching this right now, there's probably like 15 people watching this, and I'm probably still gonna get it anyways. I get DMs on Discord, on Instagram, or somewhere of this stupid FedEx Busa at least twice a week. Honest to God, it comes around on Discord every week, and people are like, "Check it out, it's a FedEx Busa." I'm like, I've only seen it 50 times. You know, bring the new Busa memes. Don't bring me the same tired old FedEx Busa memes. God damn.
Everybody just loves it because of the spoiler.
It is ridiculous. I'll give it's a fucking crazy photo of a Busa. But it's so silly.
It's just completely played out at this point.
It is. Yeah. This was very good. I like this one. Yeah.
So effectiveness,
I think a 3.
A 3.
This made a solid case for why the Busa boy is inferior to the Hayabusa man.
Agreed. Quality.
I think an 8. Some thought went into this. You know, pros and cons list was developed. It was good.
Agreed. Funniness.
I think an 8 as well. It got a good chuckle out of me. I like the, disrespects and beats their Busa.
Yeah. My only problem with this is they have us here as the Busa men, and yet looking for a Busa to take care of. Our Busa does not get taken care of. It has been sat languishing in the back of the office for, I don't know, when was the last time you rode it?
When was the last time I rode the Busa? Over a month ago, easily. Mm-hmm. I haven't ridden it since I dropped the sled off for service, so it's been over a month since I've ridden the Busa.
And yet it is going to start up like a top tomorrow.
It will.
That reliable old Busa.
For Josh's first ride. God, that's going to be good.
That is going to be an interesting day.
So, yeah.
That is a new first place for Rusty Ranger.
Nice.
Next one comes to us from Webley, and it is our last entry from the Hayabusa men.
From here on out, it's just Busa boys.
It's Busa boys to the end of the day.
Okay. Okay. Wow, the dash is so different on Gen 2, huh?
It really is.
That was good. Very dramatic. Very cinematic.
Dramatic.
Yeah. I like that.
Effectiveness.
What do you think? I think a 2.5.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Because it's not like, I wasn't like walloped over the head of like Hayabusa men are superior to Busa boys. But it made a strong case for, it's like it's sophisticated. There's no clapped out Busas. It's taken care of, like it's a man's bike. Like 2.5.
Agreed. Quality.
Definitely a 9. A lot of effort went into this one. It's a video, cinematic effort, all that. I think it's very good.
Absolutely. Funniness.
For this one, I think like a 6. I didn't really laugh much.
Yeah, agreed. It was a little bit. It feels like the production went into making it look great.
Yeah.
But there wasn't like a hook to make it
wasn't
funny.
meat on the bones.
Yeah. So we'll call that a 6, which is 15, which means we got a runoff in second place if German A2 boy is eligible to win.
He might be at this point.
He might be at this point. So our next one comes to us from Hulligard, and it is another video.
I have to sneeze. Hold on.
Get it out.
Try.
You can do it. I believe you.
It's not. Well, you keep talking, it's not going to happen. It's gone. It's stuck in there somewhere. All right. It's allergies. That was great.
Agreed.
I like that. I like the concept of like Busa Boys. Just like we have fun. We're a bunch of nerds. You know, we enjoy our motorcycles. I like that ethos. It's funny. We've spent so much time with Hayabusa memes and the Busa itself that there is something transcendental about Busa Boy life.
Yeah.
It's like you enjoy what you do. You don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. You just have fun.
You're just out there having a good time.
Out there having a good time on your bike, you know? I feel like I've done like 3 180s on Busa Boys, you know? And this is where I'm at today, where it's like, I think they're great. They're enjoying it, having fun. No fucking nerds, you know?
Come back next week after you've seen another $13,000 Busa Boy Busa on
and I'm like,
Craigslist.
they all need to die. They all need to perish. All right, so, effectiveness, I think a 3.
A 3.
It made a strong case for why you should be a Busa boy, not a Hayabusa man. You don't want to be some fuck-ass nerd Hayabusa man. You want to be a cool Busa boy.
Agreed.
3.
Quality.
A lot of effort went into this one. Photoshopping the Busa moving, the swing arm extension, the whole concept of it being like Hayabusa, you know? I remember that scene from that movie. So I think either a 9 or a 10 in my opinion.
I think a 9.
Yeah.
I think a 9. It's the only thing I have is just little quibbles about some of the production here and there, but
yeah.
I obviously can't judge people by our standards because we make videos every day. So,
yeah.
But I think a 9. Funniness.
It was pretty funny. I think an 8 is in order.
Agreed.
I got a good chuckle out of it.
Agreed. Which makes that a 17 clear front runner. Moving on to the Prodigal Stranger. Busa Rider, a shadowy fight into the dangerous world of a biker who does not exist. Yammie Noob, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the cruisers, the ADV guys, and the Ducatistas in a world of stunters and squidlets who operate above the law.
Interesting.
So I think this is kind of a Knight Rider.
Is that what it's referencing?
I believe so.
I didn't catch the reference. Okay.
I
don't think I understand
I'm not
it
sure
quite
I'm
well.
feeling this one.
The Boost Rider is a shadowy fight in the nature of the bikers does not exist. Yammie Noob is a lone rider and a crusader to champion the cause. Yeah. Is it Busa Boy simping or is it?
He used Busa.
Yeah.
Which, going by the strictest definition of Hayabusa man, not calling his bike a Busa, I had to put it on Busa Boy.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let's keep it as a Busa Boy.
Yeah, but it feels not very effective.
Yeah. No, I think I'd give it a 1 for effectiveness, unfortunately.
Agreed. Quality.
I think I have to rate this one pretty low as well. It's just text on a photo of it. Unless he drew that picture of a Busa, which I don't think he did. I'll give it a 4.
Agreed. And then funniness, this one
I didn't even.
Yeah.
I think a 3.
Yeah, agreed. Last one comes from Bad Assler, which you guys on stream are not going to hear it, but just play Milkshake in the background and you'll get it.
Oh my god. I looped off the line. Nice. Start it up. Nice.
That was a solid final punch for the Busa boys.
Yes, it was. I think that was a 3 for effectiveness for why you should be a Busa boy. They clearly have more fun than all the rest of us.
Which knocks the Hayabusa man down. The Busa boys have won the day.
Oh, no.
By 2 points, the Busa boys win.
Oh, man. I'm not surprised. But
I'm not surprised, but this was close.
that was a nail biter. That's for sure.
It went down to the last entry.
Yeah.
So, for quality here, it was the whole point was Busa boy karaoke.
Yeah.
And I think on that sense, he absolutely nailed it.
I think so, too. I think a 9 is in order here.
Agreed. Funniness?
I think he got it really well. I got a good chuckle out of him. How about a 9?
Agreed. Which puts him at 18, though
Honestly,
unfortunately...
Badasser might be our new meme lord over here. He's been doing well lately.
He's been crushing it. Came out of the back of the pack. And
German A2 boy, watch your back. Got a new meme lord in town.
But he is unfortunately not able to win. Too many podiums for him.
Yeah.
Which puts number 1 for Hulgard.
Nice.
And second goes to Rusty Ranger. And then in third, we have a runoff if German A2 boy is able to win. If he is not, it is Webley. So let's decide this runoff just in case.
Okay.
And then I'll get with these guys and figure out who's able to win.
So I think really quick, I think I can decide this pretty easily. Mostly because German A2 boy had already created his meme before and simply just modified it a bit. I think we have to give it to Webley.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes. So in the sense that if German A2 boy is able to win, which I do not believe he is, it would go to Webley, and if he's not, it goes to Webley anyway.
Yes.
So there we go.
So those are our winners for the week. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the contest. Remember, if you want to join up on these contests, make memes, and have fun with us, hit the link down below. Check out yammie.co, and we'll see you on the next one.